Hey guys, Carlos the Insurance Guy here with Expert Insurance Team. Today I wanted to tell you guys that everybody should have an accident policy, and there's a reason why. Accidents are usually the #1 reasons why most people are gonna, get some service from a provider, at a hospital or emergency room or an urgent care facility. I wanted to give you a personal example of mine on April 22nd of 2016. Playing volleyball with my cousins and came down on somebody's ankle and I fractured my ankle. I went to the urgent care facility. They gave me some treatment there. Subsequent weeks I went to the orthopedic doctor. I got some treatment from him, x-rays, and I did a couple days of physical therapy at a facility, right there in that office. And the bills came in. So the urgent care bill was basically $1,800 for that day. The office visits at the orthopedic specialist and some physical therapies basically came out to $3,000. Now, my insurance plan at the moment has the highest deductible possible. I think it's a $7,150 deductible, and that equals the out-of-pocket. So essentially, everything that happened to me, I was just getting discounts on because everybody is responsible for their deductible before the actual insurance starts to kick in, unless they're like co-payments for certain things. But in my case, there were no co-payments. It was just go get a service. You're going to get discounts on everything that any service that you get, whether it be the urgent care facility or the specialist or the therapies. There's always going to be a bill that's written up, and they're going to send it off to your insurance company, and then they're going to reduce it. They're going to give you discounts. You might have gotten bills before in the mail from the doctors, or better yet, explanation of benefits, EOBs from your insurance company, letting you know that the doctor wanted to charge this much, this is how much we discounted it, and this is what your responsibility is. Okay, so that's what happened to me. Urgent care facility was $1,800. The specialist and the therapy amounted to about $3,000. Now, again, my deductible was $7,150. So really, that was my responsibility. Those bills that came to me, those were my responsibility until I met my deductible. Okay, but good thing that I had an accident policy. Now, an accident policy, what that does is it basically covers your deductible. It covers up to your deductible if there was any type of accident, anything that's unintentional. So think about anything that's unintentional. Like, again, I was playing volleyball, came down on somebody's ankle. I didn't mean to do it. I fractured my ankle, right? When I was a little kid, I was cutting something, and I was cutting a high C juice box with a knife, and it slipped and it cut my wrist. That was an accident. I think when I was little, I was running behind somebody, and somebody opened up the door, and I got a little, scar here on my face here, and I got some stitches. My daughter, she was not too long ago, about a month and a half ago, she was on the trampoline, and she wasn't jumping on the trampoline. They were actually getting off of the trampoline. My other daughter, my littlest one, she couldn't get off, so my older one tried to get her off of the trampoline, and she fell backwards with my little one on her, and she fractured her collarbone. That's an accident, right? My daughter's friend, just recently we found out, about 2 days after that happened, she had broke her arm. She was in karate class, and I think they were playing a friendly game of dodgeball, but I think they got too excited. The softball may have hit her in the head, and she kind of just stumbled, and she slammed against the wall, and she bumped her head. Well, they were concerned about her head, but she really had fractured her arm. My little niece actually fell inside our house and hit herself on a table and split herself open on her head. I mean, accidents happen all the time, right? And if you got medical insurance, you're gonna go to the emergency room, or you're gonna go to the urgent care. They're gonna give you service, and it's gonna be a lot of money. The bills are pretty expensive, especially in an emergency room. So because I had the accident policy, my accident policy paid everything of the urgent care, everything of the specialist, orthopedic specialist, and everything that the physical therapist did to me. So I basically you didn't have to pay anything. It did have a deductible. The accident policy did have a deductible of $250. So basically I had to pay $250, and they would cover everything up to my deductible, and my insurance company would cover the rest of the cost. But I honestly never saw that $250 deductible part of my accident supplement. I never paid it. I just did the claims. I sent in all the my medical history, you know, that day that happened. I sent in the bills as they kept coming in, and every time I would send them a bill, they would, you know, verify it, and they would send me a check for what the bill was. So essentially every time I got these checks in, I would hand it over to my to the providers, whether it be the urgent care facility or the orthopedic specialist or the therapist. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is accident policies are great. Accident policies are usually the #1 reasons why most people would have, you know, medical bills come through. So consider one. It's definitely a lot more affordable than trying to purchase a lower deductible plan, you know, where the insurance company is going to kick in a lot sooner if you have a lower deductible plan. But you know what I found out in my experience is that something like that is going to cost you a couple $100 more a month. You know, you're going to have you're probably going to pay $200 or $300 more a month to go from a $7,000 deductible to, let's say, a $3,000 deductible, which doesn't make any sense when you can just purchase an accident policy for you and your family for, let's say, $100, or maybe for you know, one individual $20 or $30. It just doesn't make any math sense. Why don't you just add on a supplement, cover your deductible and your out-of-pocket just in case an accident happens, instead of buying a more expensive health insurance policy that you may not ever use, right? So guys, I'm going to put a link to where you can search for accident policies down below or in this video. And if you have any questions about it, feel free to give me a call, shoot me an email, or give me a buzz, shoot me a text, and I'll be glad to walk you through the process, okay? I hope everybody's having a great day, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.